Leading cardiologists across America are now saying something that might surprise you. Walking isn't the golden ticket to heart health that we've been told it is. In fact, for adults over 60, especially those dealing with joint discomfort, chronic fatigue, or mobility limitations, walking might actually be doing more harm than good. If you're watching this video, chances are you've been told to just walk more by your doctor, but every step feels like a struggle. Maybe your knees ache, your back hurts, or you simply don't have the energy you once did. Here's the truth. You're not alone, and you're not out of options. Today, I'm sharing 5 medically backed alternatives to walking that can dramatically improve your heart health, boost your circulation, and restore your energy, all from the comfort of your own home. These aren't just exercises. They're lifelines for anyone who's been told they need to move more, but doesn't know how. If you're ready to discover how to protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and maintain your independence well into your 80s and 90s, then keep watching. What you're about to learn could literally transform how you feel starting tomorrow. Alternative number 1, ankle circles and toe flexes. The first alternative might seem almost too simple to work, but don't let that fool you. Ankle circles and toe flexes are what cardiovascular specialists call microcirculation boosters, and they're incredibly powerful for anyone whose walking has become limited. Here's what most people don't understand. Your feet and ankles contain some of the most important circulation pathways in your entire body. When you can't walk regularly, blood tends to pool in your lower extremities, leading to swelling, coldness, and that heavy, tired feeling in your legs. But here's where it gets interesting. When you slowly rotate your ankles and flex your toes up and down, you're activating what doctors call the peripheral heart, the network of muscles and blood vessels that help push blood back up to your main heart. This simple motion can reduce swelling, warm up cold feet, and take significant pressure off your cardiovascular system. The beauty of this exercise is its accessibility. You can do it while reading the morning paper, watching your favorite TV show, or even lying in bed. Simply sit comfortably, lift one foot slightly off the ground, and make slow, deliberate circles with your ankle, 5 in each direction. Then to point your toes up toward your shin, hold for 3 seconds, and point them down. Repeat with the other foot. I want to share something personal here. I met a woman named Dorothy, 73 years old, who hadn't been able to walk her usual route around the block for over a year due to severe arthritis. She felt defeated, like her active days were behind her. Then her physical therapist introduced her to ankle circles. Dorothy started doing them every morning while drinking her coffee. Within 2 weeks, she told me, I didn't realize how much my feet had been hurting until they stopped hurting. More than that, I felt like I was taking care of myself again, instead of just sitting around waiting for things to get worse. That's the psychological power of these simple movements. They remind you that you're still in control, that you can still do something meaningful for your health, even when traditional exercise feels impossible. Alternative number 2, seated arm swings. Most people think heart health is all about working the legs, but your upper body plays a crucial role in circulation that's often overlooked. Seated arm swings are a gentle yet effective way to engage your cardiovascular system without putting any strain on your lower body. When you swing your arms in controlled, rhythmic motions, you're doing several things at once. First, you're activating the large muscle groups in your shoulders, chest, and back. These muscles require increased blood flow to function, which naturally stimulates your heart to pump more efficiently. Second, The swinging motion helps improve lymphatic drainage, which is essential for reducing inflammation and boosting your immune system. Here's how to do it. Sit up straight in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Let your arms hang naturally at your sides, then gently swing them forward and backward, as if you're walking but staying seated. The motion should be smooth and controlled. Think of it as painting large strokes in the air. Start with just 10 to 15 swings and gradually increase as you feel comfortable. You can do this while listening to music, which actually helps with the rhythm and makes the exercise more enjoyable. What makes this exercise particularly powerful is its effect on your mood and energy levels. The rhythmic bilateral movement stimulates both sides of your brain, which can help reduce anxiety and improve mental clarity. Many seniors report feeling more alert and positive after just a few minutes of seated arm swings. Let me tell you about Robert, an 81-year-old retired teacher who started doing seated arm swings after a minor heart episode left him afraid to exert himself. "I thought I was done with any kind of physical activity," he told me. "But these arm swings made me feel like I was moving again without the fear." After a few weeks, I noticed I wasn't getting winded when I got up from my chair. That's the beauty of this exercise. It builds confidence along with cardiovascular strength. You're proving to yourself that your body is still capable, still responsive, still worth caring for. Alternative number 3, breathing exercises with gentle movements. Here's something that might shock you. The way you breathe has a direct impact on your heart health, and most people over 65 aren't breathing efficiently enough to support their cardiovascular system. But when you combine proper breathing with gentle movements, you create a powerful combination that can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and improve circulation. The technique I'm about to share is called expansion breathing, and it's based on methods used in cardiac rehabilitation centers across the country. The idea is to breathe in a way that fully engages your diaphragm while making small, controlled movements that enhance the effect. Here's how it works. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. As you breathe in slowly through your nose, focus on expanding your belly rather than your chest. At the same time, gently raise your arms out to your sides, as if you're opening up to embrace the air coming into your lungs. Hold for a count of 3, then slowly exhale through your mouth while lowering your arms back to your sides. The key is to make the exhale longer than the inhale. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps your heart rate slow down and your blood pressure decrease. What's remarkable about this exercise is how quickly it works. Within just a few minutes, most people notice their heart rate stabilizing and a sense of calm washing over them. But the long-term benefits are even more impressive. Regular practice can improve your heart rate variability, which is a key marker of cardiovascular health. I remember speaking with Maria, a 76-year-old grandmother who had been struggling with high blood pressure despite medication. Her doctor suggested she try breathing exercises, but she was skeptical. "How can just breathing help my heart?" she asked. But after practicing expansion breathing for just 2 weeks, her blood pressure readings started to improve, and she reported sleeping better than she had in years. "It's not just about the breathing," she explained. "It's about taking time to connect with my body again, to feel like I'm actively participating in my health instead of just waiting for the next doctor's appointment." Alternative number 4, gentle resistance with household items. You don't need expensive equipment or a gym membership to build the kind of strength that supports heart health. Some of the most effective resistance exercises can be done using items you already have around your house, and they're perfectly safe for seniors with mobility limitations. The key is understanding that resistance training isn't about building bulky muscles. It's about maintaining the muscle mass and strength you need to keep your heart healthy and your body functional. When your muscles are weak, your heart has to work harder to pump blood through your system. But when you maintain muscle tone through gentle resistance exercises, you're giving your cardiovascular system the support it needs. Here are 3 simple exercises using common household items. Water bottle lifts. Use a filled water bottle as a lightweight. Sit in your chair and slowly lift the bottle from your lap to shoulder height. Then lower it back down. This works your arms and shoulders while engaging your core muscles. Towel pulls. Hold a towel with both hands, arms extended in front of you. Pull the towel apart as if you're trying to tear it. You won't actually tear it. This creates isometric resistance that strengthens your chest, arms, and upper back. Pillow squeezes. Place a pillow between your knees and squeeze it gently. Hold for 5 seconds. Then release. This works your inner thighs and core while improving circulation in your legs. The beauty of these exercises is that they're completely adaptable to your current strength level. You can start with just a few repetitions and gradually increase as you feel more comfortable. I want to share a story about Thomas, an 84-year-old veteran who had given up on exercise completely after a fall, left him afraid of losing his balance. His daughter suggested he try some simple resistance exercises with items around his house. "I started with just a can of soup," he told me. It seemed ridiculous at first, but after a few weeks I realized I was getting stronger. More importantly, I felt like I was fighting back against getting older instead of just accepting it. That's the mental shift that makes all the difference. These exercises aren't about turning back the clock. They're about taking control of your present and future health, one small movement at a time. Alternative number 5. Seated marching. The final alternative I want to share with you is what I call seated marching, and it might be the most underrated exercise for heart health available to seniors. This simple movement mimics the cardiovascular benefits of walking while eliminating the risks associated with balance issues or joint pain. When you march in place while seated, you're engaging the largest muscle groups in your body, your legs and core, in a rhythmic pattern that gets your heart pumping and your blood flowing. But unlike walking, you have the security of your chair for support, which means you can focus on the movement itself rather than worrying about stability. Here's how to do it properly. Sit up straight in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Begin by lifting your right knee as high as comfortable, then lower it back down. Immediately lift your left knee, then lower it. Continue this alternating pattern, as if you're marching in place. The key is to maintain a steady rhythm. Think of it as marching to the beat of your favorite song. You can even put on music to help keep time. Start with just 30 seconds and gradually work up to 2 to 3 minutes as your endurance improves. What makes seated marching so effective is that it provides many of the same cardiovascular benefits as walking: increased heart rate, improved circulation, enhanced muscle activation, while being completely safe and accessible. You're getting your heart pumping without the risk of falls or joint strain. But there's another benefit that's equally important: the psychological impact. Marching, even while seated, taps into something primal in our brains. It's a movement pattern associated with purpose, progress, and determination. Many seniors report feeling more energetic and motivated after just a few minutes of seated marching. I'll never forget what Eleanor, an 89-year-old great-grandmother, told me about her experience with seated marching. She had been feeling increasingly isolated and depressed after her mobility became limited. "When I started marching in my chair," she said, "I felt like I was going somewhere again, even though I was sitting still. It sounds crazy, but it gave me back a sense of purpose, like I was actively working towards something better." That's the power of movement, even simple movement. It reminds us that we're still capable of progress, still able to improve our situation, still worth investing in. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to remember something important. Your heart has been beating for decades, carrying you through every moment of your life. It's been there through your joys and sorrows, your challenges and triumphs, and it's still there now, still working, still hoping you'll take care of it. The 5 alternatives we've discussed today aren't just exercises. They're acts of self-respect. They're ways of saying to your body, "You matter. You're worth the effort. We're not done yet." I know that aging can feel like a series of losses sometimes. You might not be able to do everything you once did. Your energy might not be what it was. But what I hope you've learned today is that there are still choices you can make, still actions you can take, still ways to show up for yourself. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do all 5 exercises every day. You don't need to transform overnight. All you need to do is choose one, just one, and try it today. Maybe it's the ankle circles while you're watching television. Maybe it's the breathing exercise before you go to bed. Maybe it's the seated marching while you listen to your favorite music. Whatever you choose, know that you're not just moving your body. You're moving toward better health, greater vitality, and a stronger sense of your own capability. And that's something to be proud of at any age. Remember, your heart is still beating. You're still here, and you still have the power to make a difference in your own life. That's not just inspiring, it's the truth. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 5 alternatives resonates most with you? How do you plan to incorporate it into your daily routine? Your experience could be the encouragement someone else needs to take that first step. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from these gentle alternatives to walking. Your support helps us continue creating content that makes a real difference in people's lives. Until next time, be kind to yourself, be patient with your progress, and remember, every small step toward better health is a victory worth celebrating.